Hi, I had something stuck. Welcome. I'm so glad you came to visit and be with me today. So, welcome to the Advancement Center and welcome to the world of magic and miracles. If this is the first time you just happened to find us as you were exploring your possibilities, or you've known us, I welcome you. Or if you've known us since 2014, when the Advancement Center had its beginnings, welcome back. Yeah, that was when Robert Young introduced us to the magic of life. And with that came our potential, our origin, our inherent truths were brought to life every time he spoke to us. And the audience grew to an international, beautiful community of people, and translations were volunteered from English to German, Spanish, and Portuguese. And with that, the Advancement Center had its official opening here in Santa Barbara, California. It is all magic with many, many miracles to report. Now, in 2018, Robert expanded the voice of the Advancement Center when he designated 3 new presenters for 3 new days a week, in addition to his 2 days. He said, much to my amazement, I shall never forget that moment. He said, Barbara, you will be presenting next Sunday. Really? And to Genya, he said, your topic is the music of life, and you'll present on Tuesday. And to David Best, he gave Friday to wrap up the week. And that was it. It was amazing. It was natural. It just unfolded. I'm still in awe of the magic that has been happening ever since. And with open arms, recently, we welcomed Adrian Ertz. And his day is Saturday, when he brings his very own transmission to the airwaves. And we all welcome you, Adrian. So let's see, we have Sunday, Monday, and David, by the way, is not only on Friday, but he has added Monday. So we have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Is that possible? I counted something twice. At any rate, we are here. We are on YouTube for whatever date you have available. And my suggestion is that you avail yourself to these messages of happiness, truthfulness, upliftment, and all our love. How's that for a welcome? I love it. I love Sunday. I love welcoming you, and I love making you feel at home. Now, for the past few weeks, I've been highlighting the published books by Robert. And this past Friday, now let's see, that would be July 21st, David read the first chapter of The Magic of Life. And it magically brought me back to the magic of my own life. And that magic brought me from the East Coast of the United States all the way to Australia to meet Robert, change my life, become his wife, and together we came to Santa Barbara, California to write now. So I've shown you the book. And now I'll read the back. Because when I got to Australia, I sat down and read this book from cover to cover. And it was the most wonderful preview of my life to come. And here is the back. The Magic of Life is a transformational story of the inhabitants of an island called Isles. In an undefined location, possibly in the Pacific Ocean. The island has two distinct and separate communities that are completely unaware of one another, apart from the secret few with access to both areas. This book is based on many intimate stories of transformation, spiritual interactions, healing, excitement, personal and technical achievement, and most of all, the overall story of life that starts with devastating circumstances and through many thrilling events ends up with a magical twist that leaves the reader with a calm sense of harmony and delight. This book is not meant to be a literary masterpiece, but a channeled gift that will melt your heart and excite your spirit, as it is exciting our beautiful bird that keeps us company all the time and is not shy. He lets us know he's there and that he's there for you too. He flew away, I think. Everything is magic, and everything is a miracle. Every time I state that, he responds, yes, like the choir. When we were children and had a million questions, what happened? So many answers await to be brought to light. Now, I was just thinking, we turn the lights off to watch a Disney film of magic and adventure. We turn the lights on to recognize our true origin, our rightful position next to our Creator, and the magic and miracles we wake to every day. And that's what gives me the inspiration to read what Robert wrote in 2017, entitled Stay with the Magic. If you'd like, close your eyes, keep them open, doesn't matter, but just stay with the words that you're about to hear. Stay with the magic and watch as it enters your life in a format that is not at all as you expect. This will continue as you step further into the world of your Creator, but it will be accelerated by the simplicity you apply in the execution of your magic. The miracles will continue to flow as if there is no end, and the excitement will grow to a level that is almost too much to handle in your physical form. This is to be expected, as your physical form follows your spirit into places that have never been exposed before, and allows the effect to appear in your being for the demonstration in the world of magic and miracles. There is little more to be said about the flow of magic into your being, but the experience that you pass on as a result will open more channels and help to expose the depths of each person's divinity in its real and active form. Focus on nothing but what is ahead in any one moment, and you will suddenly find yourself in a new world that is much bigger and more exciting than the one that has been captured and named as your physical existence. Instant understanding and intelligence comes from nowhere when it is most needed. And there is nothing but perfection each time this happens. Simply move forward and enjoy what comes. The dance of life is in your hands, and your celebration continues to record the progress. There is always another way, but there is no need to look for it. Expect it to be available, and it will appear at exactly the right time. Know that you are more than you can imagine and more than you can calculate, and the complete picture will be available for you to manage through the many channels that connect with the unknown. There is always a place of perfection within your field that will attract you and lead you before you know what is happening. This is our sign of magic and miracles. And this is how we are. We shine with a light that is different to the sun, but it is just as effective and just as powerful when you reside in the expansive field that we know as the universe. When we think, there is a function that switches on our past data. I'm going to say that again because it struck me again as I read it. When we think, there is a function that switches on our past data and experiences for us to determine something or remember an event or person. This is one of the most normal actions of people all around the globe, but it is a practiced function that did not come with your natural being. When you look forward, it seems like you need to have a reference from the past so you are able to understand what you are looking at. Haven't you experienced this? I have. This is also a practiced function that is not supported from your origin. In the same way, the written word is a practiced function, but the basic communication behind everything is totally supported by your origin. And as such, the function can be flexible and multidimensional if you follow what comes from the open channels allocated to each person. All practiced functions can be made free and flexible once magic is added. These magical functions then become part of your natural being and are instantly supported by your origin. Thought can be a burden, but when it contains magic, it is a gift to be enjoyed and cherished. In the same way, our vision of the future can be bridged to our past magical experiences and enhance everything we see as part of our heritage for the future. In the world of magic and miracles, there is no real time, but when we wish to experience time, it is available in an instant. All the connections of order and sequence fall apart when a miracle occurs. And it is in this mode that you will see into the future if you dare to live in the continuous miracle of life itself. All the different parts of everyone's life are now being modified and taken to another level where they can experience a new way of being and an elegance that brings us all together in an interaction that enhances everything around everyone, such that life becomes magic. And the flow of miracles never stops. Wow. When I read Robert's words, I feel that I am being carried. My very being is lifted into another atmosphere. Into a greater love than the world has ever known. A very, very long time ago, in 1955, Mrs. Baker was my professor at the University of Washington in Seattle. Her subject was oral interpretation. I still feel her love as she listened to when I read. I didn't understand all of this at the time, of course, but in retrospect, she saw something that I, at that moment, was not aware of. And she sent me to the statewide competition to represent the University of Washington in oral interpretation. I remember I went to Olympia, Washington. I read A Farewell to Arms by Ernest Hemingway, and I came in first. Reading Robert Young's words is deeply thrilling to me. Thank you, Mrs. Baker, for recognizing what I was to do in my life, which had barely begun at that time. Every time I read Robert's words, I know the magic of life. And Robert wrote this just before chapter 1 in The Magic of Life, which is his message to you. The magic of life is a reality that exists in the hearts of many, and those who have joined with me in experiencing this reality will testify to its authenticity. Now I have an idea came to me. Speaking Robert's words in your own voice carries a special magic. When you read this aloud, feel the effect. Pick up any one of Robert's books that you may have. Or if you don't have them yet, email me requesting one of Robert's unpublished written works, and I'll send you a transcription, because I want you to hear in your own voice the words of magic and miracles, and then celebrate the result. Reading it aloud, using your voice, adds to the aggregate of the whole. Now let's see, where am I? Yeah, what a wonderful experience. I bet you can tell that I love being with you. So it's that time when I get the pleasure and the honor to share what I just discovered Thursday night in my art class. And this past Thursday was very different. I was aware that I was not alone. I don't know if it was Jiminy Cricket or my spirit, but I was spoken to while I was drawing. Mandar, my instructor, and the class kept embellishing their art, and I heard, "You're complete. No need for more." I put my pastels down, and this is what happened, so I can show it to you. I guess I was there, and I enjoyed it. I hope you do too. I think you can guess that I've enjoyed being with you. This is such a happy time. And now it's my honor and my pleasure to wish you a perfect life, perfect health, and a future that is brimful of magic and miracles. Thank you for joining me. I am Barbara.